when I have the moments of visiting a farm or tasting the most incredible cheese or the most incredible chocolate and getting to hear about it from the person who put their whole life into it. Those are the moments when I'm most gratified by my job, but also I'm like, this was meant for me. I'm Ellie Truesdell, local forager for Whole Foods Market. I think when people hear the role forager, they envision me foraging in the woods for mushrooms or fiddleheads. But the job is much more focused on supporting small local food entrepreneurs and bringing in new brands to our stores and working with small growers to bring their products to market and hopefully see them succeed. Whole Foods is really unique. We have buyers in regions and we have local foragers like me who have the chance to buy on a very, very small scale. When it comes to small food entrepreneurs or farmers or growers, they know so much about what it is that they make, but sometimes really don't know anything about how they can bring their products to market. In choosing new vendors and vetting new suppliers, first baseline is our quality standards. Whole Foods has a whole list of unacceptable and acceptable ingredients that are kind of the immediate check. Beyond just quality of ingredients, there's so many other details to be thinking about with any sort of food product. So I want to be looking at branding, labeling, the claims, and kind of what they're telling you the product is going to do for you. You know, more than anything now is figuring out if it's something new and unique. So if it's West African brewed ginger drink that we don't carry, we've never seen before, and is really delicious, then that's something that I'm going to be really excited about. I really want to see from our producers their passion, their commitment, their story, and I want to understand from them why it is so important that they have made this product their living and their livelihood.
You know, when you say Whole Food, that's a very large account. So we were a little nervous because as a small business, right now it's just me and my wife actually employees. We're actually the owners and employees. So we don't have the staff to kind of go out there to get business. Ellie definitely guided us through the process.
There's so much, time and support and energy that needs to go into it. The work begins when we want to launch something because it's not strictly saying, yes, we love that cereal, yes, we love that cookie, and having it fly off the shelves. The huge part of my job is preparing those vendors so that they understand the reality of it and are prepared for it.
I think the one thing about Ellie that's so awesome is that she sees the vision and she loves the product and really has appreciation for artisan and handmade, and the guys that are, maybe just starting out, that maybe the product hasn't been around for years and years, but supports it and believes in it.
Our vendors are people who are discovering things that we've never seen before, or they're finding new ways to take very old ingredients that we're really familiar with and reinventing them. Sir Kensington's, this amazing condiment company, was delving into vegan mayo and discovered that they could use aquafaba, which was a chickpea byproduct, to make it. And talking with them, I was just thinking about all of the chickpea producers that I work with. I work with a lot of hummus makers and got them connected with a brand that they could start buying basically their waste product, the aquafaba that was going in the drain, they could buy from them and use to make their new vegan mayo.
Ellie is great. She's kind of the first stop we have for a lot of questions when we're doing new products.
Yeah, Ellie makes what can be a very daunting, large food world feel very small. Like, she creates a community out of this entire Northeast that you feel like you can be connected to anyone at any time.
One of the benefits of working in New York City is that I have access to a lot of really great chefs who are looking to launch food products. We worked closely with Blue Hill to launch their grass-fed vegetable yogurt line. They're, of course, like the most innovative culinary minds out there, but there's a learning curve still.
The biggest contribution that Ellie made to us is really a level of comfort in terms of how to sort of walk down the path from something that you're doing in a kitchen on a very small volume to an environment where you're going to meet the demands of retail. You know, I think Ellie's role is really pushing the type of food that we want to see into the mainstream. Because all of this is heading in a direction where we're trying to reach some kind of critical mass that gets agriculture on a track that is better for our future. And that has to come through retailers like Whole Foods and through the efforts of people that are helping make those connections between farms that are doing the right thing for their farmland and the products that come out of that.
For me, when the term local is so meaningful, is around produce. Having the chance to eat something that's in season, it reminds you the connection between food and nature. It reminds you that there's a way that things were grown for a long, long time that I think is probably the right way for things to be grown. There is a larger appreciation now that I've worked with and seen how much work goes into particularly agriculture.
When you're farming and it's all on your own, you know, it's one thing to grow it, it's another thing to sell it. To have another outlet, it's easier for me to continue on and just keep the farm growing and keep putting money back into it.
Farming's really tough, I think everybody knows that. When you have a supportive partner like Ellie, it changes the game. I mean, it's brought us from a 3-person part-time company to over 20 full-time and over 50 farms that are putting acres into production because there's a customer, because there's a support.
The job really has changed me as a person in terms of how I think about food and the way it's grown or produced or manufactured. My relationship personally with food, but also my relationship as a buyer with food businesses. Now I really get that there's a huge opportunity in local food and there's a huge way to solve problems through local food, but also that it just makes eating and the discovery of eating so much more interesting.